Hello everybody, this is last week's parasha, which is Chaya Sarah. I'm only doing it now because I discovered Medium, and I've been creating Medium websites and moving a lot of stuff there. And I thought maybe I would move my videos there because I really enjoy text, really enjoy writing, but I'm actually going to do both. So there'll be a video and there'll also be some writing, and I'll point you in that direction in the notes. Please like and subscribe, please comment, please share, and if you have questions, please ask the questions and I will either deal with them in the notes or I will deal with them in another post. I'm currently doing a 4-day fast, which is water, coffee, tea, and I am taking extra supplements because the first time I did one on the 5th day I was in a lot of cramps. So this time I'm just doing the 4-day fast. I've actually had some blueberries and some nut trees in South Africa, which are mandarins, and little oranges, which you can peel easily. And I've been out for cappuccino, and I've been out for a cup of tea, and so on. Okay, let's get into it. Let's just change the screen. So this is Chabad.org's website, and they're very nice. They've got the Torah, and they've put the Bible, the Old Testament, and they put it online. And so I'm going to read the Hebrew and then I'll read the English. The Hebrew is from right to left. Vayiyu Chaya Sarah Me'ah Shana Ve'esrim Shana Ve'sheva Shanim Shnei Chaya Sarah. And the life of Sarah was 100 years, and 20 years, and 7 years. These were the years of the life of Sarah. Sarah. Now, the first thing is, why does it say 100 years, 20 years, 7 years? Well, it's because the rabbis say, well, Sarah had 100 years of life, and then she had 20 years of life, and she had 7 years of life. If she just had 127 years, maybe it was a normal life. But as we know, Sarah didn't have a life like most people had. She was a princess. She was a queen. She went to Egypt. She immigrated twice in her life. She did incredible things. She was the wife of the man, the family that started Judaism, or that started Israelites. Being Jewish actually started later at Mount Sinai. So a husband and wife team are very important. Abraham marries Sarah, Abram marries Sarai, and we saw in a previous chapter how this combination, this pair, rejoined their souls. So the husband and wife got married and they became the forefathers, the ancestors of the Jewish people. So the first thing is, she's 90 when she has her child, Isaac, and then she has many years of happiness with him and her husband. Now the thing I want to focus on today is, we all know, or most people have heard of L'chaim. L'chaim is for life or to life. When we drink, when we celebrate a moment in our lives that is positive, we say L'chaim, to life. So Chaim is life. Chai is live or life. Chai is the Yud. This little symbol here is a 10, and this symbol, the Chet, is 8, and that makes 18. And that's why 18 is such a significant number in Judaism. In fact, numbers are very significant in Judaism. But Chaya, you'll see it's got 2 Yuds. If you go back to the Torah, you'll see it's got 2 Yuds. Chaya can be translated as my life. And so we have Chaya Sarah. Sarah is saying my life was 100 years and 20 years and 7 years. And so Sarah tells the story of her life. Now Abraham tells his story. Moses tells his story. Moses' story is basically most of the Torah once Moses arrives. But one of the things about Torah is there's no time in Torah. The Torah is written in such a way that we can understand it as humans because we have time. But God doesn't have time. God can be everywhere at once because God doesn't have time. And so Sarah and Abraham are telling their story. And everybody in Torah, as far as I'm concerned, is God manifesting in some way. The Buddhists might say that the Buddha is incarnating in a certain way, or many of the other Buddhist saints, bodhisattvas, are manifesting in some way, incarnating in various forms. And so God is incarnated as Abraham, and God is incarnated as Sarah. And so Sarah tells a story, my life. And then there's one other thing I want to talk about. In verse 11, after Sarah dies, in verse 9 we see that Abraham wants to bury his wife in the cave of Machpelah, which will become the family tomb. And so he goes to Ephron the Hittite, amongst whom Abraham lives, rents land, has got his farm. And he says, and he's known, he's wealthy, he's very well known in the area. And he says to Ephron, I would like some land to bury my wife and myself one day and my children. And Ephron says, no, my lord, I will give you the field. I'll give you the cave that's in the field. I've given it to you. In fact, not only will I give it to you, but I have given it to you. In my eyes, I've given it to you because you are such a friend. And Abraham prostrates himself in front of Ephron and his people. And he says, I'm giving the money for the field. And then an exorbitant price, 400 shekels of silver at the time, is required. And that is to signify that this land is Abraham's land forever. And so the way I look at this is that Abraham buys the freehold of the land. And it's forever. And if you get kicked off the land and you have the freehold, then you can go back and get your land back. So we'll see more about this in the next parasha. So thank you for watching, and I love you all, bless you all. If you need healing, prayers, please reach out to me. Thank you.